Before March, 1 in 11 individuals did not have secure access to food. Now, that number is 1 in 8 individuals. Who are these people? The people affected are our neighbors, family members, and friends. Fresh produce is an essential part of a healthy diet and often the most expensive part.
Community Harvest Project is a nonprofit farm that engages volunteers to grow fruits and vegetables to provide to those in our community experiencing hunger, so that everyone can have a healthy diet regardless of income. We have remained committed to this mission despite the challenges that COVID-19 has caused for our operations this season.
The 2020 season has seen changes in every aspect of the farming operation. With many schools and businesses shut down and heavy restrictions on gathering and person-to-person interactions, we faced a spring without the thousands of volunteers who help us get the crops into the field on time, and we had to pivot. Thanks to the Reliant Foundation, we were able to purchase a water wheel transplanter and plant all our crops on time with only our staff and very small groups of volunteers.
Going into the 2020 season, we've had to make lots of changes to our normal volunteer program. We held socially distant greenhouse plantings in the spring. We have reduced our volunteer group sizes, and we've replaced our drop-in program with a group sign-up system so that we know exactly who's on the farm at any given time. We also added early morning shifts twice a week this year to make sure that we could get the harvest in, even with smaller volunteer group numbers. Everyone on staff and volunteers wears a mask when they're in the building or in the fields, wash hands in between our trips to and from the field. Even with all these changes, we've seen a really strong harvest yield this year. This matches the increased need that we're seeing in our community, and it's really refreshing and exciting that we've been able to get this extra work done even with fewer volunteer hands in the field.
So I come to volunteer at Community Harvest as something to be outside, be gardening. So originally I came for that, to do gardening, be outside, and then you meet the people. And there's so many awesome people here. Everybody who works here at the barn, everybody's awesome. And then this year it kind of hit that it was so much more important as you watch TV with COVID and all the people with the food insecurities waiting in lines for 4 or 8 hours to get some food. It really hit more home. So I think that's this year I've really decided to be a team leader, try to help out more in depth. And it's just rewarding to know that you're helping people get food, fresh produce, and totally alleviate, or hopefully help alleviate, some of their food insecurities.
Though the 2020 season has not been what we expected, we've been grounded and driven by our mission. Fresh fruits and vegetables have still been harvested and distributed by our 20 Hunger Relief partners to individuals in our community who depend on our produce.
Well, I tell this story. Many years ago, I took my group on a tour of the Worcester County Food Bank in Shrewsbury, and there was a giant crate of butternut squash. And I asked, "Where is that from?" And he said, "That's from Community Harvest." And ever since then, I wanted to get involved. It's such a great cause, giving healthy food to people in need in Worcester, and it's a win-win situation.
The Harvest Home Alone auction is just another example of how we have pivoted this year. Harvest Home Fall Festival and 5K is usually our largest fundraiser of the year. The funds raised during this event are used to fund next year's planting and harvests. They ensure that next year's harvest will be just as productive as this year's harvest. In addition to operating funds, this year we are fundraising to replace our greenhouse plastic. Our greenhouse is an integral piece of our harvest. It's where everything starts, with the seeding, germination, and initial growth of the crops until they are ready to be transplanted in the fields. Without the greenhouse, our season would not be able to start on time, and our harvest would not be as impactful. It is also where we grow the plants for Plantapalooza, our annual plant sale fundraiser. There are so many ways to support CHP during the Harvest Home Alone auction. You can bid on some of the wonderful items that were donated by local businesses and supporters. You can donate right on the auction page on the website, or text GIVE to the number on the screen to support our mission of hunger relief right now.